Hello and welcome to another CS2 investing video. In today's video, I've prepared top 10 best cases you should be definitely taking a look at right now. Some of them are more underrated than others. Let's get into the first case on our list. Number 10 deserves the Operation Phoenix weapon case. I've been talking about it in one of our previous videos. It's currently very cheap on third-party websites, currently going around like for $4 somewhere in that area. And on the Steam community market, it's around $5. But it always depends, guys. These cases have currently dropped over the last few months, and I think they will be recovering sooner than later. The skins inside this case, in my opinion, are very good looking. For example, this Mech 10 Heat, but generally not only this purple looks good, some of these also do really slap in my opinion. And down the line, once the supply declines, I think the prices of certain skins will go up and the case will also have a lot of potential. Maybe this Farmers is not the best looking, but generally speaking, also the AK-47 Redline. Guys, you cannot hate upon this skin. It's one of the best AKs in the game. Obviously there are others that are colorful and better looking, but in my honest opinion, this is the best liquid skin to have in your inventory. Definitely a must have in my opinion. Number 9 deserves, in my opinion, the Revolver Case. As you can see, I've gotten a couple of them because these are the top 10 cases we're the most bullish on, and number 9 is the Revolver Case. In my opinion, we've talked it about in the previous video, but this case has a lot of upside. It's currently worth only $2 like on third-party websites, and in the future I can see this case reaching easily $5. But this is obviously not guaranteed. Make your own research always. But honestly, some of the skins speak for itself inside this case. Not a lot of good looking skins, but down the line I think some of these will be very desirable, especially for example this R8 Revolver Fate. We all know it was selling for super cheap on third-party websites back in the day before the update happened, where we started being able to trade up red skins into golds. This changed the whole market completely, and down the line, long term, if CS does have a future indeed, I think these skills will be also rising in the future. Place number 8 deserves the Gallery Case. As you know, I've gotten a couple of them as well. I'm kind of bullish on them. These are long-term great holds in my opinion. As you probably know, the only downside to this case is, in my opinion, are the cookery knives inside it. Because at the end of the day, the skins inside it are good looking. Just for example, like the M4A4 Turbine have an upside in the future, but this case has been really not desirable in the past. Not a lot of people are unboxing it just because the knives are not that cool, I would say. But it has been already discontinued. With each day the supply decreases, and for example this Mech 10 is also, in my opinion, a very good looking skin, just currently going under the radar. The Chroma collection and the Harlequin collection, I think these skins are a little bit better. You can definitely tell that Valve put way more effort into these skins, and down the line these skins can go way more up in price, because I think, for example, some of them are very cheap and have a long-term great potential, just not a lot of people can see that right now. And that's why I think the Gallery Case deserves place number 8. Number 7 on our list is going to be the Prisma 2 case. In my opinion, this case is also really nice to invest in right now, because it's currently very cheap on third-party websites. It's not getting appreciated enough in my opinion. We have been going through the purples from the Prisma 2 collection. I think these are as well great investments down the line. Just make sure that you make your own research. Also the pinks, this AK, very beautiful in my opinion, just like the Mech 10 Discotheque. Not expensive skins at all, definitely nice loadout skins that can rise in price down the line. Also the red skins, very beautiful, have been very cheap on third-party websites for a very long time. Obviously, ever since the update, they have risen, and I'm very bullish on the Prisma 2 collection. And this case is gonna be long-term a great hold in my opinion. I will be definitely staking up some more on these. At the end of the day, I think it is well deserved to be in this top 10 tier list. Let's get right into our next case. Place number 6 is shared between two cases, the Gamma 2 case and the regular Gamma case. The price difference is not huge, but I will be maybe sticking to the regular Gamma case because it has really good looking purples, AVP Phobos, all the way down to the Chopper and the Revolver Reboot. Maybe this is not the good looking skin if we're honest, as well as not this sort of Limelight, but this M4A4 Desolate Space is definitely a solid skin. It hasn't been expensive for a very long time on the Steam community market. It has been staying always around the same price level ever since the update happened. Obviously the factory new versions absolutely exploded in price, but this is a little bit understandable. The craziest part is when you use, for example, the red skins in trade-ups. We do not care about the condition of those, because if we get like some Gamma Doppler knives, they will be always in the factory new condition, so we don't even care about that. This is also very nice when opening such cases. That's why I think place number 6 is well deserved from the Gamma case and also the Gamma 2 case. Obviously one of my favorite cases in the game. I absolutely love the emerald finishes on every single one of the knives in the game. But if we're honest, the Take 9 fuel injector from the Gamma 2 case, it's a pink skin, is also very beautiful in my opinion. Long term could be a very nice hold as well. And obviously the red skins, You all know them, the AK-47 Neon Revolution, also very beautiful, as well as the famous roll cage. I have gotten a couple of them because I really enjoyed this skin and I think it can be a very long-term great hold, since you can use them in trade-ups for some crazy good-looking knives, and the condition is not the most important on them. I have one in a minimal wear condition 0.09 or something in that area, and the most important part when you invest into CS2 cases, guys, make sure that you do not open your investments, because we just keep the cases for a long term to sell them off later. If we're gonna open some each day and each day, you know, over the time, you will lose out on your investments. I mean, here and there opening a case cannot be too bad in my opinion, but be careful. Also, we're currently doing the M4A1S Atomic Alloy from the Huntsman collection. We're giving this skin away to one of you lucky winners. All you have to do to participate in this giveaway is subscribe to my channel, leave a thumbs up on this video, comment something down below, and make sure that your Steam trade link is in your YouTube description so I can see it and send you the skin right away if you win. I wish all of you the best of luck. Also, the skin has Keto 15 stickers applied. Maybe one of you is gonna actually enjoy them. And let's get right on with the video. Let's get into the next investment on our list. Number 5 on our list is going to be the Chroma free case. I've chose the Chroma free case just because I enjoyed the PP Bison judgment of Anubis the most. But also some of the pink skins, in my opinion, are very long-term good holds just because they're good looking, very unique. I mean, the Asimovs, all the Asimov skin expect maybe from the Danger Zone case, the AK are kind of desirable, and down the line they will be used up in trade-ups for sure. So there will be definitely some demand for them, but also, as I said, like this UMP Primal Saber is also very beautiful in my opinion. If you can find them cheap on third-party websites, this can be also the way to go. But generally speaking, this whole case has great skins that you will be definitely needing for some trade-ups if you want to get something cool out of these Chroma cases. Because at the end of the day, this case has like crazy good-looking knives, gem finishes and stuff, rubies. I mean, I'm all for it, I'm down for it, and this marks the half mark of this tier list. This is the half mark. I think this is also a solid case to go. The other cases on our list are even better. Some of them are more expensive than others. Let's get right into our next investment on our list. Well, you probably guessed it, we're gonna talk about the glove case, and this is placed number 4 on our tier list. The glove case, in my opinion, yes, it is slightly expensive right now and it is exploding on Steam currently. But in the future, I think this case has even a bigger potential to rise up towards maybe like $30 to $40. This can be possible if Valve decides not to bring out a new case with gloves, and this could mean that some of the OG gloves will be rising in price even more. So if you still have the chance, you could go ahead and pick them up on third-party websites, but I think some of you guys already have prepared and bought the gloves during the dip, and just over a few days you could have profited a lot. Actually, if you bought a ton of these cases, like over 20%, this case has increased in just a few hours, which is absolutely insane in my opinion. And this just goes to show how much potential this case actually has. Eva case, I don't have that many of them, but I also have a few in the storage unit. I'm definitely gonna buy some more of these cases because I'm very bullish on them, and currently they're super cheap compared to the knives that can be in this case. Obviously it's in the current armory, but there's rumors going around that this case can be removed very soon, or at least announced discontinued from the armory, and a new case could come into the game because actually Valve has requested us players to create skins for them so they can add it probably to the armory, who knows, or maybe into a new case. Generally speaking, the Fever case is definitely up there and a solid investment right now. If you don't have a lot of funds, I would suggest you going for the Fever case because long term I can see this case outperforming the Gallery case, first of all, easily, just because of the knives. It does not have cookery knives, which is, in my opinion, holding the Gallery case back, which is why it was on the bottom of our tier list, but still a solid investment. These pink skins down the line, I think they will be way more expensive than currently. They just need time to get used up in trade-ups over the long time once the Fever case gets discontinued and stuff. And obviously the red skins will be also very desirable just for trade-ups, and AVP is obviously not only for trade-ups. It's a great looking skin, it's not very expensive I would say, and a lot of people will be having them in their loadouts. So that's why the Fever case deserves place number 4. Place number 3 on our list is the Spectrum 2 case. In my opinion, a very solid investment. That's why I've gotten a couple of them. I'm gonna be staking up definitely on some more. Every month I'm staking up on some more cases. If a certain case, for example, falls in price, I'm definitely going for them. But in the future, I think the Spectrum 2 case and the pink skins inside will also have a crazy rise. That's at least my prediction. You will always have to make your own research up on these cases. This is very important when investing into cases. Sometimes I'm buying play skins from these cases because I know they've been discontinued for a certain time already. They're actually desirable, they're getting opened, and people enjoy the play skins and use them obviously. And if you're gonna keep it for a few years, you can have severe rises. That's why we're always keeping our investments for the long time. It was very hard not to put the Operation Breakout weapon case in our first place, but this is coming in just second place. I think it's also a solid investment right now. On Steam, it's currently selling for just under 10 euros. A few days ago, it was even cheaper, and on third-party websites, you can find these cases for around like $6 to $7, which is very cheap in my opinion if we compare it to the glove case. Also, the butterfly knives will be way more demanded in the future. That's at least my opinion. No matter how many knives Valve actually gonna bring out, I think the butterfly will be always like a fan favorite. At least that's my opinion. It doesn't matter if Valve's gonna bring out the twin blade knife and stuff. I will still stick to my butterfly just because I enjoy the animation so much. And it has been the best knife in CS2 for decades. Ever since the kukri knife came out, a lot of people started saying, well, kukri is the better butterfly and stuff. But guys, if we're honest, kukri can never compare to the butterfly. Obviously, there's a lot of kukri enjoyers, and I do not hate this knife because the animation is cool, it's not expensive, and it can match with a lot of loadouts, right? Number one on our list is the Dreams and Nightmare case. I will be probably getting a lot of hate for it, but listen out guys, I think in the future, once this case gets removed from the active drop pool, the hype can outgrow the supply, right? And in the future, I think the butterfly knives inside this case will be even more desirable than currently, because ever since the update, it's nothing special anymore, and the prices of certain butterfly knives, gamma dopplers, have dropped a lot in price. And in the future, I think the market can recover it easily because more players will be coming to the game, and Valve will be adding maybe more Genesis terminals to the game or other armory items. And some of these cases will be completely forgotten, and currently it's very cheap on third-party websites. It's like $1. If you're interested in some cheap case investments, I would be definitely stacking up on these Dreams and Nightmare cases. Also, you can grind just your weekly drops and get them dropped. So personally, I'm currently not selling my Dreams and Nightmare cases because back in the day they were selling also for 2 years on the Steam community market. In the future, I think this case can rise easily to the 2x. But also, I wanted to place the Anubis package on number one just because it is really not desirable right now, and I think the skins inside it are first of all good looking. Nobody expected this package to be removed, so the amount of these is actually not that huge, I would say. But I don't really consider it being a case, it's rather a package. It's like a separate investment, but definitely also something you should be taking a look at. Even if you go just for the blue skins inside it, I think it can be definitely worth it.